go back to the Facebook.
Let's fly high in the sky, but T-Crow is the crow fly.
This is the broadcast.
We may be the outcast, but we're outblast and we outlast anyone in lane of the podcast. This is my show. If you don't know now, you know. We're gonna go to the peak. So high, we may see J creep.
But never mind, let's talk about the facts of politics and some of their sneaky tricks they hide behind the wall. And the American great game of football. It's Steelers Nation around here. Black and yellow, black and yellow. If you don't know now, you know. Oh yeah, religion. Yeah, we talk about religion and other topics too. As the Crow Flies podcast. Let's go, let's go, let's go. As the Crow Flies podcast. Let's go, let's go. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for the most incredible podcaster of them all, Mr. T. Crow. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention he's very, very handsome.
Oh, yeah. Greetings, and salutations to all my good people out there. Listen, we're going to do this podcast today. I am Johnny Solo. I'm on YouTube. I don't know about the Facebook. It's supposed to be coming up, but you know how Facebook be tripping on me. I don't know why, because I don't have a big voice. I guess if you meet me in person, I do have a big voice. I am loud and I'm clear. But on this little, whatever you call this, Ethernet or internet or media space, I'm not that loud. But I can do what I need. You hear me? Welcome aboard. Like I said, I am alone. This is an impromptu podcast because I got a lot of stuff and I appreciate my viewers and listeners. And they hit me up with some questions that they wanted me to answer about this Charlie Kirk situation and how everything's shaping out within the world and between the Black community, white community, and all the other separations that this nation gives us and that the world follows. Like, if you're a world leader, right? This is off topic. If you're a world leader and you have diversity between the cultures, the races, the ethnicities, and things of that nature, other countries are going to follow suit. And it's always the fact that people of my melanin color, I'm a dark-skinned man, you see me. Well, I'm not black as Ace of Spades, but I'm black. And they hold that against us. But we're going to talk about that. How that, is a mechanism of fear that I think of more than hate. And that's another podcast for another day. Because for some reason, the women don't fear us, if you know what I'm saying. The kids don't fear us, if you feel me. It's the fact that the adult males fear us. And why would you not fear me when you were a child, but you fear me when you got older? And that's all due to your training, programming, and education system that you were brought up in. And, your family dynamic also, that's also a part of your learning process. But today, I want to talk about, Charlie Kirk. And like I said, we have discussed him and, oh, my bad, turn my mic off. Okay, I'm back on. We have discussed him, like I said in my last podcast with Jamsky D, my loyal co-host who stuck by me through thick and thin and the things I say. And the thing that stands off to me is like ethnic groups. And when I say ethnic group, I'm talking about Black, white, Hispanic, Asiatic, whatever. And then also, I'm going to throw in religious groups. You could be a Jew, Muslim, Christian, Catholic, Buddhist, you name it. Listen. And we could also throw individuals into that, because as an individual, what you do is you become an individual and you don't choose to join a denomination or any kind of sect for the nature of the fact that you're an individual. And what you do is you listen to all these other groups, right? So while you're listening to all these other groups, you're taking in your own ideas. That, I don't agree with that, I don't agree with that, I don't agree with that, blah, 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 blah. So you become an individual and you become independent. But whether you realize this or not, you're also taking on the identity of one of these other groups, whether you realize that or not. And I don't know what to say about that other than, hey, you're an individual. Choose to do you and what makes you feel good about life, right? I guess my Facebook stream is not working right now, but we'll get that uploaded. We'll get that taken care of. But anyway, so I've been going over a lot of Charlie Kirk footage, a lot of Charlie Kirk's interviews, and a lot of Charlie Kirk's debates with college students. And listen, I really didn't hear anything racist. Maybe I wasn't looking for it, or maybe I was for it, but I didn't hear it. What I heard was the truth. And you know what? Don't hate the message as much as you. No. Let me rephrase that. Don't hate the messenger as much as you hate the message. Listen, a lot of people have been killed and they've been executed for the message that they were perpetrating, right? Why would you hate that person? He's a messenger of God, or he's a messenger of some higher power that gave him this info to give to us. We shouldn't hate that, whether we like it or not. Listen, why are all the good guys, I should say, I can't say good guys. How about this? Why are all the commoners that have a message get assassinated? Why don't Hitler, Mussolini, these kind of guys, Hirohito, why don't they get assassinated? Because the public adores them, because they're spreading propaganda. And the propaganda is making the people feel good, right? So I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and denigrate Charlie Kirk. I'm not going to sit here and your opinion is your opinion. You're entitled to it, right? What I'm trying to tell you is this. We are not the judge and jury. So when someone dies, we shouldn't applaud that. There's no reason to applaud that. His ideas were his ideas. And in this country called America, we're supposed to be free and able to think of our own ideas. But here's the thing. When you say something, listen, first off, let me preface this before I go into this tirade. Nothing is 100%. Nothing's 100%. So when you point fingers at that 8, 10, 12, 20%, whatever it is, they call you a hater. They call you anti-Semite. They call you a racist. I'm putting everything together. Black people, as soon as someone says anything about a black person, we call them a racist. But we get mad at the Jews for when you say one thing bad about Jews, you're an anti-Semite. Or you say something bad about a white person, the black person's a racist. No, you're not. If you have a child and this child is doing bad in school and you tell him the reason why you're doing this bad because blah, 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 blah. You're not studying, you're not applying yourself, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. You're not a bad parent, you're a good parent. So if someone tells me something, this is the truth. This is what I was talking about, the truth. The greatest line in movie history was when Jack Nicholson in A Few Good Men said, you want the truth, You can't handle the truth. And that rings so true in every walk of life. Your marriage, your friendships, your parenting, your parenthood, your parents, your job, everywhere. No one wants to hear the truth. If you're doing poorly, you know what? The truth will tell you that. And it says the truth will set you free. What the truth sets you free from is everything that's holding you back that you didn't know. You got the truth. It freed you. You're doing this, that, and the third. You need your mind's going crazy. The truth sets your mind free. This is the truth. So when people hear the truth about their own culture, their own race, their own religion, they don't want to hear it. And I get it. It's like when you're in a marriage, right? And you got two individuals. And trust me, I'm a married motherfucker. I've been with my wife for 30 plus years. And oh God, been ups and downs, right? And it's been like good and bad. I'll be honest with you. And it's God's grace that we're still together. I keep that honest. But anyway, and the storms that we made it through, children, ideologies, infidelities, and all that nature, we made it through, right? We're great now. We're good now. We're in a great place. But when the truth comes up, we get that's causing an argument. The truth is the starter of arguments because one person or one group, they don't want to hear the truth. Black people want to hear the truth about ourselves. And I'll be here to tell you, we should. White people, you don't want to hear the truth about yourselves, but you should. Jews, you don't want to hear the truth about yourself, but you should. And the reason you don't want to hear the truth is because we don't like to be put down. We think of that nature and we don't want to be put down. No way. No way. God dog it, I can't get that. My bad. I'm sorry. So the truth is the start of all arguments. And that's because what Jack Nicholson said, we can't handle the truth. But the truth is, what Charlie Kirk was saying, a lot of the times he was saying the truth. He did say a couple ignorant things I didn't agree with when he was talking about the black woman. I think he's a smart guy. If he's only 31, he was only 31 when he passed, right? So he was very educated. He's very smart. He was self-educated because he will tell you the same thing. I agree with, I'm going to say 95% of what the motherfucker said. I agree with it. Colleges are a waste of money. I've been saying that. If you go back to all my podcasting, I'll tell you that. You go back to all my podcasting, I tell you, we should be homeschooled. At first, I didn't agree with it, but then I got older and wiser. I started looking at things through a different prism. I looked through the prism of a wide awake man, like, people want to use woke. You can't be woke when you're 20. You haven't experienced enough. You don't know if you like this or that. You don't know. But at 30, 40, 50, you done experienced a lot of things, right? Now you can put your assessment down. Now you can become woke. But I'm telling you, man, listen, when I was 21, 20, I wasn't woke. I was woke. I thought I was. Listen to the rap music that we had back then was better, and it did put us on a different level of thinking. But now we don't have that. So these 20-year-olds and stuff like that, I don't even want to get on that. That's another topic for another day. But these guys are lost. You hear me? Excuse me, I was thirsty. Need my energy drink. They were lost. So, number one, what I would think that can help everyone out, he talked a lot about family, marriage, and children. And that's a fact. But he also talked about the reason why the black community is suffering is because dads aren't there. And he was right. We have to do better. And I'm not going to sit here and talk about what he said, but listen, he did not deserve to die because of that, because of the things he said. Listen, I think we need to stop being followers and need to be leaders. The world is made of mostly followers, right? And people who lead have a lot of money. That don't make them the best leader. So stop following that. Dig into yourself, dig into your heart, and find out who you are and lead with that. You can't be a follower and then expect your children to be leaders. You understand what I'm saying? You have to look at the world and be like, if everybody's doing this, so what? So what? Okay, everybody's doing this. Whoopee. Can you try something else? Just try it. And the world doesn't get that. And I talked to my wife about that. I talked to everybody about it. And you know what? She doesn't get it. A lot of people don't get it. You have to try something different, whether they tell you to or not. And you know what this dude did? He did something different, and he got killed for it. Martin Luther King. He's no Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King liberated people. You know, he tried to liberate. He tried to set you there. What Charlie Kirk did, he just gave you knowledge. And I guess knowledge is power, and it can liberate you. But he didn't touch the same demographic that Martin Luther King touched. So they're two different people. White people, you don't need liberated. You're already liberated. What you need is knowledge. And he was giving you that. But here's the thing. You only take knowledge from a person that you look like. That's a problem. Candace Owens says the exact same thing that Charlie Kirk, Christian, my bad, I apologize. Charlie Kirk said. Candace Owens says the same thing. And people want to denigrate her. They want to talk bad about her. She's a smart person. They have you guys programmed so bad that you will not listen to smart individuals. You will take in the dumb ones. I'm not saying, listen, there's no perfect human being. But you should listen before you make your judgment that someone else made for you. And the fact that this country is a mess and it's very divisive. Listen, I'm going to talk about Israel. Why do we allow this? Why do other countries allow this? Look what's going on in Israel right now. How the fuck is Benjamin Netanyahu this powerful? Be this powerful with no really substantial military? Is it money and power? Think about it. Why am I not in charge? I would take care of that. And you know what? For me saying that, I could be killed. For me saying that Epstein's files need to be revealed, I'm thinking that's what really got it going. What got Charlie murdered was that the fact that he was going to really dig deep into the Epstein files, and he had money and influential and power to do that. So I think that is what is undermining, if you ask me. But we'll talk about that another time. And for black people to call him a racist, when has a racist ever been killed by another white person? Think about that. Think about that. There's never been, when has a racist ever been assassinated? I can't recall. So when you think about it with clear head, I don't believe that. He wasn't, most people killed for racism are black people. So I don't believe that. And why are we as a black community mad that the white people stick together when one of their great ones are murdered? But what we do is we attack each other. Biggie, Pac. We can't have anybody great because we'll kill each other. And they know this. You know what? Charlie spoke about that in a couple things. He's like, you know, we the same thing I said. We fight everyone else for killing one of us, but we do nothing when we do it to ourselves. Think about just take fuck the messenger. Hell with the messenger. Look at the message and dig deep into that message. We need to unite as We need to bring religions together. We need to bring cultures together. We need to bring ethnicities together. We need to come together as a people. And then maybe we'll win. But you know what? We won't, because we can't come together as communities. So how the fuck are we going to come together as a nation? You people kill me, man. So you guys agree that Candace Owens should be killed? Because she says the same thing. No. It was a fact. I want to say this. I'm going to get this out the way. We need to hold accountability, right? And accountability goes to black and white and another. You white people need accountability right now for Charlie Kirk. You guys killed him. Don't blame black people. Don't go at black people. You did it. And the same thing I used to say about Tupac and everything. We can't blame white people unless they came right down here and paid these motherfuckers to do it. Then you could blame, why did you accept the bribe? Why are we the ones accepting the bribe like we did with Malcolm X? Why do we got to accept it? Motherfuckers, stand. The quarter drop, the dime, nickel, quarter, whatever, drops with you. So now you got a white person that killed this man. Why? And you want to look bad at black people? No, we didn't do it. We debated him. Yeah. We didn't agree with things he said. Yeah. And now, you know what? Most people on social media, I'm going to say 40% probably never heard of him. The other, out of 60%, I'm going to say, take that 60% that knew of him, 20% only listened to him. Nobody really paid attention to the guy except white people. But we got a lot to say. Shut the fuck up. Because you know what? When George Floyd got killed, we got mad about what they said. We got to be, remember when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told Malcolm X, don't say anything about that Kennedy assassination. Let them deal with that. And I agree with that wholeheartedly right now. Let them deal with that. Don't be on there making fun. Don't be on there joking around. Because you know why? One of our black people are going to be killed, and we're not going to like it when they joke around and do the same shit. And I don't have much more to say, except Charlie Kirk was a guy that spoke his mind. He wasn't a martyr. He became a martyr, but he wasn't. He didn't set out to be that. His crusade really wasn't a crusade. He just talked the truth. He talked about Jesus, the Bible. Great. We need more people like that. We need more people to speak their mind. Why was the man killed? I don't know. And I am saddened that it happened. Because he was 31. I wanted to see, you know me, I'm a studier of people. I wanted to see what this motherfucker would become. I really did. Because he was changing his stance. And after I studied, he was changing his stance on Israel. He was changing his stance on black people. It was just the people that was coming over here to work, and the immigrants. He was changing his stance, and people don't realize that. But I'm just a different type of individual. I'm not going to sit here and support him, but I'm not going to sit here and denigrate him. And to you guys who are watching this, thank you for your support. Check me out on iHeart, YouTube, Spotify, Spreaker, anywhere else you get your podcast, man. Listen, you'll see this. And thank you for your support. And I think I am out of here. Whoa.
Yeah. Okay. We're tuning out, but not for long. Catch the vibe and sing along. Stay with us through thick and thin. In this game, we all win.